greatest country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for. And if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
Hey, good morning, dear American family. What is going on? You know what? It's not official until I do this right here. Look at this. It is Wednesday morning. It is hump day. Bam! There we go. Now we can get started. Dear American family. Woo! Blow up the chat with the American flags. I see you guys in there floating those flags. I love to see it. Make sure you hit click. Make sure you hit like. You don't have to hit it. You can rub it. You can just gently, touch over that little thing. But whatever. Make sure you hit that like button down there. And I hope you're subscribed to the Dear America channel. We got a big show in store for you guys today. It's going to be a big show. There's so much stuff going on right now, and I'm all hyped up on Mountain Dew. So we're going to get into it. Oh, boy, wow. Groundbreaking stuff. But I want to talk to you. You want to know what's on my mind today? I mean, I'm all over the place. There's so many things going on. Have you ever thought about, let me just challenge you guys here. I want to just give you some food for thought. Have you ever thought about what is the root cause for the derangement syndrome that we're seeing on the part of the crazy left right now? I mean, what possesses somebody to firebomb a car dealership to as an act of protest? Like, that's okay. They shoot into these dealerships, they set them on fire, or scratch a key down the side of a Tesla. Why are they so extreme? Why do they throw bricks through windows? Why do they burn down their cities? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about this with me today. You'll never think about the left the same way ever again. Are you ready? Here we go. I want you to consider a toddler. A toddler. Think about the frustration on display when a child cannot get what he or she wants or is asked to do something that he or she might not feel like doing. See, toddlers, they want independence and control over their environment. Usually it's more than they can handle. And what that's going to do is it's going to lead to a power struggle as the child thinks, I can do this myself, or I want it, give it to me. And when kids discover that they can't do it or they can't control the environment and get their way and can't have everything they want, then they're going to have what we call a tantrum. Now, today's postmodern American has developed a form of toddlerism. Yes, I just made up that word. Toddlerism. They are accustomed in this age of push-button society and instantaneous microwave satisfaction and Amazon.com deliveries and DoorDash to immediately getting their way and what they want exactly the way they want it. They can't handle rejection. They can't handle the word no. Their brains are easily manipulated and they have no impulse control. Babies and children naturally release stress from a fearful experience by crying. They scream at the sky. They bang their head on the ground. Does any of this sound familiar? In today's age of the modern progressive moron, their impulse toddlerism may express itself in protesting something they don't even know anything about, or stopping traffic in a highway, or throwing paint on a priceless piece of art, or cementing their hand to the asphalt, or, as I've already stated, setting fire to a Tesla. They can't deny the existence of the person they oppose, so they take it out. Their tantrums, they take them out on inanimate objects. They can't take out the retribution on the somebody, so they take it out on the symbol that represents the somebody. And the rest of us are left having to look at these attention-grabbing blankety blanks that have the underdeveloped mental acuity of a 3-year-old. And they think ignorantly that their destructive acts can provide a momentary sense of empowerment or relief from the feelings of helplessness. It serves as a cathartic release of pent-up emotions, and we get to laugh at them. So when you look at the person with the Trump derangement syndrome, or now the Elon derangement syndrome, I want you to remember you're dealing with a full-grown toddler begging to get student loan forgiveness, convenient abortions, and more government dependence. They simply can't fathom life away from the bureaucratic breastfeeding. So cry, libs, cry. CLC in the chat. Let me see that CLC. Man, so much to get into today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic hump day, Wednesday morning. Ooh, we're on the downhill slide from here, folks. I want to remind you about our friends over at Birch Gold. If you'll text Graham to 989898, they will send you a free information kit, no obligation. Get them on the phone, talk to them about how you can secure your financial future, your retirement, by rolling over whatever you have, a 401k or a savings plan, into an IRA backed by pure physical gold. Gold is on the way up right now. The dollar is not doing so well. understandably so, but the beauty of gold is it doesn't lose its value. It is the thing that has determined monetary worth since the beginning of mankind. And Birch Gold, they're the experts that can walk you through the process of making sure your future is secure. All you got to do, text Graham. It's that simple, GRAHAM, to 989898. Birch Gold will help you. They will take care of you. They will be your friend in finances. Graham, text it to 989898. I feel all wobbly like I just got off of a space shuttle for 9 months or whatever that is. Space lab, space. I don't know where I am. I feel like I've been taking gummies. All right, guys, let's get into it. I don't want to sit here alone, so bring him on. He is everybody's favorite redneck. Hot Seat Todd is here.
Yes, sir. And what, that is a beautiful word that you come up with, Chad.
Toddlerism.
I'm going to add to it, though. Re-toddlerism. That's what I'm going to go with.
Let's break it down. You got the re, you got the Todd, and the toddlerism.
Toddlerism. Re-toddlerism.
I like that your name is
right in the middle. It's
hidden
perfect
in the middle of that thing.
And who knew? Harry Sisson likes women.
Oh, nah, he don't. Dude, I think he's just trying to figure out a way to make his daddy proud of him again.
Who knew?
I just don't think that's true. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. You know who? Let me tell you. I was on the phone yesterday with Royce. Everybody wants to know where Royce is. I was on the phone with him yesterday, and I was getting caught up. Have you talked to him?
No, I haven't. I haven't. But I gotta say, it has been very nice, to not be buzzed by the warden all week. So I gotta say, I know y'all miss him. I love him, but
Well, the funny thing about Royce is it's like he's omnipresent. It's like he's always around. So he was talking. He goes, first thing out of his mouth is he goes, "How is Todd doing with me gone?" Mm-hmm. And I said, "Well, I think he's doing pretty good. I think he's
surprised.
okay."
I'm surprised I don't have a text message for the re-toddlerism already.
Yeah, we get a little off kilter. We get a little off the rails. But all in all, it's been good. The shows have been good.
Yeah.
But Todd, I just want to say that today we got, you know what? We got the warden here. Everybody's favorite producer, Royce, is here. What's up?
Good morning. I heard all that, Todd.
Oh, sorry.
I heard all of it.
Sorry.
And you know what? I see a couple people in the chat being like, I don't miss Royce. He's always holding Todd back. There's a reason. There's a reason. Come Jeez.
Royce, how you
so
been,
funny.
buddy?
I've
How's
been good,
everything?
man.
Yeah.
I've been good. I've been busy. I miss you guys. I miss the audience and stuff, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back
buddy,
on the
dude.
show.
We miss you.
Yeah, and before I get like ugly messages like that was all planned. I knew Royce was here, and there's no like hatred. Well, not total hatred between me and Royce.
None that's public. Yeah. The Todd
that's
behind.
so
As soon as we end the show, he's like, sure.
Y'all throw.
Can't believe you didn't let me say the hard R.
Oh, whoa! Wait a minute.
That's Todd, man.
For
If only the audience knew the kind of texts that I get from Todd during the show.
True.
Can I
Royce,
say
can I say
this and this?
No.
And I'm like, good. Look, no, you cannot say that.
That is so funny because it's true. In the group text, I've seen Todd ask Royce, "Can I say this?" And absolutely not.
And I'm like, all right, I'll just have to wait till 3:00.
You guys,
my gosh.
for the old family, the old Dear America family that's here, blow up the chat in honor of Royce with a little DDD-MMM.
I forgot about
little Dirty Dick Durbin and some man-made meat. Royce. People are asking about Tony. Just as a side note, Tony, we love you, buddy. He's still in Oregon with his family.
Yes.
Dealing with the memorial time of his sister's passing, and so God bless him. Royce, how you been, man? Tell us how you been.
I've been good. I've been busy. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I'm excited about. But I'm here and I'm happy.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad to see you, man.
Well, I'm glad you are.
You stuck,
boys.
Todd. Hey, like Chad said, I am omnipresent. I'm always watching and paying
Trust me,
attention
he's
to the
here.
show. So
I know.
you'll
I'm
get
well
random
aware.
texts from me. Don't worry.
I'm well aware.
He's here. So we're talking about the meltdowns. I'm looking at this deal on my news screen over here. The Musk hatred and violence from the left is shocking. I mean, these people are really going after these Teslas. Only Donald Trump could make a liberal hate an electric car. But speaking of the insanity of the left, one of our favorite people out there, Harry Sisson.
Ooh.
If you don't know who Harry Sisson is a leftist influencer. Obviously, he's been paid a lot of money to promote Joe Biden. I mean, he basically rolls out whatever the talking points are. His liberal influencer,
and he's paid to do it. And
he's paid a lot of money to do it, quite handsomely.
He's paid by the Democrat Party to do it. And this story makes me so happy.
Me too.
Just because he is just to expose how much of a dirty dog this guy is.
Dirty dog.
Well, it's just the fact that he like goes off on Trump being a womanizer and how he hates women and he's a rapist and all this stuff, and now
these guys, JoJo from Jurors and Brooklyn Dad, all these guys, Chris Mowry, there's a whole handful of them out there that have basically created an audience, whether it's the Krasenstein brothers or whatever. They've created this audience by creating a mob. So Harry apparently convinced, and I want to get you guys' take on this. He convinced 11 different women that he had no roster and respected them for more than their bodies. This is an ex-post from Sarah Fields. That Sarah got censored. While persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one that was from a domestic abuse survivor. So he was getting dirty pictures. But then I think the deal was, and allegedly, I don't know the whole details. Like, I'm just learning about this story, but apparently he was like using this stuff against these girls. Is that what was going
blackmail. Yeah. Like getting them to, from what I understand, and Royce, me and you, like, we hate this dude so much. I know I dove into it as much as I could last night, but apparently he was using like the photos to get them to say and do what he wanted to do. And then you've got the dude that he worked for who ended up being a pedophile. So, you know, brother man's quiet. He's been quiet for the last 24 hours, but who knew he likes women?
Do you think this will stick with him? Or Royce, do you think this will stick with him? Or will this just blow over?
I think it'll eventually blow over, like most things do with people like this. They eventually forget, and he gets pushed under a rug. There's a dozen things that we could talk about that just nobody talks about anymore, about certain people that are in politics or are celebrities and famous. I think it'll eventually blow over. But right now, the irony of it is hilarious. Again, like what Todd said with him going off, Trump's a womanizer and a rapist and doing all this stuff. And then he turns around and he's convincing 11 different girls to send him nudes that he's intending to use as blackmail. And that's exactly what he's tried to do here. He colluded with a guy named Camille, who we found out was a pedophile. And there are phone calls and text messages, 9-minute video, just like Todd said, that you can go watch. Ew, that's just, I'd never want to see Harry in the shower.
Oh,
That's the only
off
thing
my
that would
screen.
make this better is like a pecker picture, like come out
Ew,
like a
no, that would not make this better.
Like,
What are you
yes,
talking
it would.
about?
I'm talking about like the movie,
Listen.
Hangover, like just all and no.
If you watch that 9-minute video, this girl shows conversations where they will be arguing, and to try and subside the argument, he'd be like, hey, you know what right now is a good time for? Send me a couple pics. Like, that just shows like the kind of, I'll say it again, dirty dog that this dude is. Like, that's just horrible. And then on top of all that, secret phone calls with him and her, where other people were listening that were being recorded with him trying to get her to say things to, again, use as blackmail. I don't know. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad.
Why are you gay?
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 I think that this is Jared Monroe place. I tweeted or posted on X this morning. I said, Harry Sisson is straight?
That's my thing. I was like, really?
That is the biggest shocker.
Jared Monroe, not gay Jared, he underneath it, he said, I think he's just trying to do this so he can make his daddy proud of him again. I don't think it's working. I mean, listen, let's just be real clear. I don't, calling someone a victim for sending a nude via Snapchat, that's not being a victim. manipulating them or blackmailing them or threatening to dox them or something of that nature or blowing them up over doing that, that is another story.
Well, let me just say, nothing good happens on an app where the main purpose is for images and videos to disappear after a certain amount of time.
Correct.
That is the nature of Snapchat. Okay,
Correct.
so yeah, you're not a victim if you were the one sending the photos and you were willing to do it and you took the time to set your phone up or whatever you did and take these inappropriate pictures and send it to a guy like Harry. That's just misjudgment on your end. But just like you said, Chad, for you to sit there and be manipulated and used as blackmail, that's taking it to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that woman, whatever we just saw, like some chick sitting in his lap, you can't see her face. That's not a that's not a girl.
Face.
Yeah, his face, exactly.
There's a lot I could say. I don't know enough about the topic. I don't know. I know a lot about the topic. I don't know enough about this particular topic with him. But there's I don't know if you guys follow a retard finder. That is the legit
great
post. Whoever created this was a genius. Let me stop right there, Mr. Producer, because Krasenstein's right there. Brian said, let me guess, you voted for the sexual predator accused of multiple rapes and pretend to be angry 20-year-old played women. Listen.
That's a little much right there from the Micro Mini Peckerwood Achievement Award winner right there.
And let me just say, I don't think of adult girls who send explicit pictures to a man by their own choice. I don't consider that being a victim. Is it appropriate? No, it's not appropriate. But there's not a single person out there on the planet, with maybe the exception of Royce, who's ever not done something inappropriate. Okay, I mean, people. You know, I love how people get online and sit from their pious throne up there and say, I've never done anything. Okay.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
But if he's using this to manipulate people, I don't know enough about the story, so I got to take y'all's word for it, which sometimes is questionable. But but I just say this, a little bit of sweating it off for Harry Sisson couldn't happen to a nicer person, in my opinion. And I know there's a lot of people who think that about me and you, Todd, but it couldn't happen to a nicer person for Harry Sisson to get a little comeuppance, okay?
Yeah, but we got to be honest with ourselves here. If it would have happened to you, or it would have happened to me, or happened to Graham, it would be all over Twitter. All over Twitter.
It would. I had someone years ago, I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I'm gonna, who sent me a message. A woman sent me a message and said, I can't believe you associate with Graham Allen. He talks to women. I said, let me stop you. No, he doesn't. And she's like, oh, he's talked to me. He sent me. And she started sending me screenshots. And I said, honey, that ain't Graham Allen. What you're sending me is a fake account. That is not Graham Allen. She was ready to die on that hill. These people out here, they're unhinged, they're crazy. But if you're sweating it a little bit today, Harry, it couldn't happen to a nicer person. I'll just put it that way. All right, speaking of comeuppance, let's talk about some come-downance. The stranded astronauts have now landed safely back on Earth, terra firma. And let's just say, it's all because of Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he ain't 100%. A bad dude. He ain't a bad dude. I mean, he's got 900 children from 300 women, but he does some good things. He didn't have to do this, and they're back. So this video, I posted this video yesterday, and a lot of people are like, this doesn't look real. It looks like AI. And I'm like, well, things do look a little weird when you're out in the middle of the ocean. I've been there. But this is this is like a surreal spot right there where they took this image.
I thought it was cool. The dolphins started circling the capsule. I thought that was really cool.
I saw that and I was like, if that dolphin has 6 fingers, well, no, that's AI, right?
Well, people think it's AI and CGI because it looks straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It really does.
Spaceship landing in the ocean like this, retrieving stranded astronauts. The whole story is straight out of a sci-fi movie. So yeah, it is pretty surreal.
Would you guys go into space? Would you do it?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Dude, I'm the guy that said I would take the brain chip thing to play Mario Kart. I would definitely do this.
Yeah.
See, I disagree with you there.
Well, when I'm shutting your camera off with my mind, we'll talk.
Yeah, you get out.
I think the Lord's going to come before you.
Free
can do
vessel.
That.
Oh boy, I love this reunion. When you get out in the middle of the ocean, it does look surreal out there. It really does.
It really does.
You get out there deep sea fishing, you get about 80 miles out, you can see the water turn from green to like blue. Like it's great. Look at these dolphins out there.
Look at them.
Wow.
Better be thankful they dolphins. Because when I first saw it, I didn't read the caption, and all I could hear was dun 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 dun.
Anybody scared of the ocean? You scared of the ocean?
Terrified of it.
I like being by the water or on the water. I don't like being in the water.
Having my feet on the ground in the ocean, but the second that my little feet are going like this in the water, I'm dude.
Terrified
something's gonna come
it.
up from under me.
Once you get out there, you go from the top of the food chain to the bottom, and I'm like, nope.
There's just things out there that are weird. They're really alien. And so, here's one of the astronauts. Let's go to that. Let's play. Is this the one? Yeah, let's do this one right here. Play the clip.
We're all the product of our life experiences, and this extended business trip of yours certainly qualifies. What is your life lesson or takeaway from these 9 months in space?
Well, in answer to your question, I can tell you honestly, my feeling on all of this goes back to my faith. It's bound in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He is working out his plan and his purposes for his glory throughout all of humanity, and how that plays into our lives is significant and important. And however that plays out, and I am content because I understand that. I understand that he's at work in all things. Some things are for the good. Go to Hebrews chapter 11. Some things look to us to be not so good, but it's all working out for his good for those that will believe, and that's the answer. So, thanks for asking.
Amen. But could you imagine what it looks like to pray out in space? You're on your hands and knees like this, but you're just floating around.
And that would be my point. Like before I get on his ship to Mars, I'm growing my hair out that long so I can just walk around with float around with a big poof. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great testimony from that guy. That was
Todd. You walk around right now with a big poof. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Gosh. Oh, you guys. I'm going to put y'all in a bottle and shake you up. They're helping them out of the shuttle here, and I don't know what you call it. I guess a capsule. They're bringing them out of the capsule, and they got to get their land legs again. They've been weightless for that. I said before the show, what would be good entertainment is just let them get out of there and flop around like a newborn calf. Let's just let them get their legs back, Just
like
see like
that.
We give them like the American Ninja Warrior course. Dude, they're like trying to jump stuff.
Like down at the end of the deck, you have a meal they haven't had. They've been eating rations, and like let them race to it. Like there's one good plate of food, and just see who can get there first. Let them wobble their way over. Yeah, I got jokes that I can't tell, but
Yep,
that guy's crawling. He's like, "Where's Jesus now?" Anyway,
my God,
I don't mean that in the chat. I don't mean that. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But it's a beautiful thing. I want to talk to you about our friends. If you were around yesterday, you hung out for our little Maha discussion, Make America Healthy Again discussion at the end of yesterday's show with our friend Kim Bright. Bright Core Nutrition, they are new to the show. And you can go to, is it Bright Core Nutrition or mybrightcore.com? No. I think it's mybrightcore.com, but I could be wrong. Check both of them, brightcorenutrition.com. I tell you, the better thing to do is go down in the description and you'll find the right one. We'll get all that sorted out. But we had this conversation yesterday where Kim was talking to me about their Kimchi One. And I've been taking this Kimchi One for a while. It helps deal with the stuff in your stomach, the gut health. I mean, all of that, all of your health, your mental health, your energy, your ability to sleep at night, your clarity, your brain health, your digestive health, all of this stuff. This is an amazing nutrient-laden supplement, this Kimchi One. They've got a number of other things, but I can't tell you. People keep saying, what do you do? What do you do? I'm like, I'm so hyped. My brain is working. I've been taking this Kimchi One. I love this stuff. Go to mybrightcorenutrition.com. Check out their Kimchi One. Get 25% off when you use promo code America. You get 25% off. But their Kimchi One is good stuff. I use their Vitality supplement. I use their Clarity supplement. I use the Kimchi One. I love this product. And even our producer, he goes, man, I am ready to buy. He was listening to the thing yesterday. He goes, I'm ready to buy everything they got. Because Kim, they've been in business, been doing this stuff for like 25 years. And it's a phenomenal company, good values. They love God. They believe that your body's created by God to function a certain way, and they created their products around that. MyBrightCoreNutrition.com. Use promo code AMERICA. Save 25% off. Look how fresh-faced Royce is. He looks
I know, he looks
rested.
like rejuvenated.
What are you talking about? Yeah, it's because I haven't had to talk to Todd every day.
That's true. That's true. That just look. I mean, that can take some years off of you.
I just feel light on my feet. I'm not having to tell Todd to no.
Just ask. Imagine how Kendra feels. She's got to deal with it every day.
I love it. Somebody put in the chat
Todd.
talking about the kimchi and stuff, talking about Korean food is fantastic. The problem is the stuff that they eat in like Korea. You're not going to eat that. Your American palate, you're not going to eat that stuff because it's not palatable.
Been there,
to,
you're not going to.
The stuff that they eat, you're not going to eat that, but it's ridiculously good for you. That's why these guys can smoke, one cigarette off another and still live to be 95 years old because their nutrition is actually working for them. But they put all that stuff in a pill. You take it as a capsule. It's very valuable stuff. You need to get it. Chucky Schumer. He was on The View. I think that when these guys say something stupid or do something stupid according to their party,
collar.
Like, for instance, Chuck Schumer, he voted with Trump and the GOP to pass this continuing resolution bill, and everybody went after Chuck Schumer on the left. I think these guys do their damage control by going on The View. Maybe we'll see Harry Sisson on The View pretty soon. That would be hypocritical, wouldn't it?
So great.
That would be amazing.
This is what,
great.
This is what Chuck Schumer said about you and your money. This is where the liberals think. This is the way they think. Watch this.
And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, my the land and water that I own, or my employees? They hate government. Government's a barrier to people, a barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
Okay, good.
I want to go off so bad. How dare you, a senator that's never worked a day in your life, somebody that's been coddled by bureaucracy, who has been babied by lobbyists, who has made a fortune off the backs of the American taxpayer. You're going to sit there and tell me, as an American, freedom-loving, liberty-loving American, you're going to tell me that I made my money, I worked hard and made my money, and I am somehow obligated to give that money to you? Absolutely not, you pinhead. And they're going to tell you, this is what they're going to run on. If you listen closely, this is the platform for 2028. This is the platform for 32. This is their platform. They want to take your stuff. They expect you to keep on funding their corruption, their fraud, their waste, their spending, their lifestyle, their wars, all of their bureaucracy, their USAID, all of the stuff that has propped them up for so long. They fully expect you to feel guilty if you don't give it to them.
Well, he didn't have a choice. He had to say that. Like, I mean, let's be real. He had to say this after voting with Trump on the spending package. He got hammered, and he had to say this. All right, because they can't think for themselves. Like that, he thought for himself when he voted for the spending. He actually thought for himself, and then now he's right back to playing the game. So another finalist for the Peckerwood Achievement Award medal, right there.
On top of that, when someone's paycheck is threatened, they get defensive. This guy's talking about the American people not having to pay his paycheck anymore. And he's like, whoa. No. You guys need to keep paying me.
Yeah.
And he's out here trying to fight his argument as to why we should keep paying higher taxes. We started America over taxes.
Why are we being ruled by rich men?
There you go.
Why are we being ruled by rich men? I mean, he gets the clown award for the day. I like who was it, Wesley Hunt said about him. He said, they hate us. They hate the USA. And Wesley Hunt said, they hate us, they hate freedom, they hate what America stands for. He said, this is the message Democrats plan on running on 26 and 28. And you know what? Do it.
Please do it.
Do it.
Please.
This guy
do it.
is pure garbage. Okay.
It just goes back to you don't hate them enough. I'm just gonna be real. Like you're still voting for these people, and every single district that they represent sucks. You got homeless people in the streets, drug addicts laid passed out on the side of the road. You got the zombie videos that you see in Philly. You don't hate them enough, and so keep voting for them. Just keep doing it. You're doing great.
Well, I go back to the beginning of the monologue that I said today. At the beginning of the beginning of the show, my monologue. They have their tantrums. They have their tantrums. They do. This is another form of tantrum. I'm not getting my way. I'm not getting what I want. I'm being told no. And so I'm willing to go out in front of the public and cry like a little baby and say the stupidest things in the world because I'm not getting my little passy. I'm not getting my bobo patted, and so this guy, he can go to hell.
Can we get ITS in the chat? Impulsive toddler syndrome.
Yeah, retardlerism.
That's no, I don't like that one.
Did you say impulsive toddler? What?
Toddler syndrome.
Toddler syndrome. That's a mouthful. ITS in the chat. There it is. ITS. It's impulsive toddler syndrome. You guys in your acronyms are so funny.
Yeah.
They come up with them so fast. Royce is the master. Royce and Graham are so good at that. ITS.
DDD, MMM, ITS.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Put it all in the chat.
If you're coming to the show for the first time, they're like, what? What am I doing?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So funny. Oh, what do we got? Speaking of ignorance, Tim Walz, he was on with Gavin Newsom. He was on Gavin Newsom's podcast. Now, help me make sense of this before we play this. Gavin Newsom, I think he's 4 episodes in. He's had Charlie Kirk, Michael Savage, and Steve Bannon. Yeah, that is weird, okay?
I agree.
But then he brings on Tim Walz. And Newsom basically schooled Tim Walz in this interview, if you listen to it, and I did. Because I do try to listen to the, quote, opposition. I try to listen to where they're coming from, not just the sound bites. And I did listen to this interview, and he schooled Tim Walz. One, you can't convince me that Tim Walz is a straight man either.
No.
Okay?
Why are you gay?
But here's what he said about Trump supporters. Play this clip.
This
How do you fight it?
This
I
notion
think
of
I could kick most of their ass. I do think that if they want to do it. I know I can outrun them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight type of thing.
All I can say is I'm yo Huckleberry.
Let's do it, Timmy.
I am yo Huckleberry. Anytime, any place, you name it, I'll be there, baby. I'll be there. On behalf of the American people, I accept your challenge.
I got a couple of conservative friends that I'll bring with me. One is The Undertaker, and the other is Kane. Good buddies. I got their cell phone number, and I'll be happy to bring them to the fight. We'll see what's up, Timmy. Think I could kick most of their asses. Let's see what you do with see what you do with The Undertaker. Let's see what happens. Let's see what you do with Tyrus. Let's see what you do with Vince McMahon's 900 years old. He could take you.
I think Linda McMahon could whoop his ass. I'm just being real.
I'm saying, you know what? And he spent. There we go.
Nice.
There it is. If you got Joe Biden sniffing on Tim Walz, what do you think Tim Walz smells like? Horse? Never mind. The funny thing about this interview is Tim Walz spent a lot of time trying to go after the fact that Republicans painted him as gay. Methinks thou doth protest too much, Timmy. Why are you gay?
I gotta say though, Newsom, something's changing with Newsom. Something's changing.
He's a snake. He's a communist snake.
He is a snake, but that interview with him and Charlie Kirk shocked me. Just even the way that they were communicating. I was like, what is going on here?
Well, both
this
of them
does not feel right.
Both of them had their legs crossed a little too strongly, if you ask me. They were both very I need somebody man-spreading a little bit if you're going to speak for me.
But I can't tell if Newsom is being a snake or if he's actually starting to
snake.
He's a
listen.
chameleon, bro. He's a chameleon.
He's a snake. I'm telling you.
Probably.
The problem with Newsom, and if you'll watch this, so here's the trend. Here's the trend. I want you guys to pay attention to it. And it goes back a little ways. The left is trying something. It's a program. What they're doing is you had, whether it was Chris Cuomo or Don Lemon or Jake Tapper or whoever it was, they all get off of the mainstream and they go over to Substack or they start a podcast. Now you're seeing the politicians that are doing it. Gavin Newsom has started a podcast. Michelle Obama has started a podcast. There's somebody else I'm not thinking of. But these big mainstream liberals are starting these podcasts because what they saw was the Donald Trump election in 2024 was a podcast presidency. They're seeing the power of the podcast. And so they're jumping on these shows or starting them themselves, and they're trying to appear like they're real people. So what they've done, and it didn't work, was the whole Elizabeth Warren, I'm going to grab me a beer. Everything with them was, I'm going to go get a beer. Barack Obama was going to have some guys to the White House, and they were going to have a beer together. You know, I don't have a beer. I have 8 beers. Okay, I have 9 beers. We don't have a beer. No. So I'm going to grab me a beer. They were trying to look like they were part of the common man. Now they're trying to say if they can just hear us have a conversation, then maybe they'll believe us. And so Gavin Newsom is playing the game. That's why he started with Michael Savage and Kirk and with Bannon. So they started all this deal. And now he's bringing Tim Walz on, and he tried as much as he could to explain why, if you listen to the deal, and I did, if you listen to the deal, he's trying to explain why, because Tim Walz says basically every conservative male is toxic. He said in this interview, he literally said that every single one of us are misogynists. And every single one of us are racists. And Newsom was trying to say, but do you understand why the perception of that is a reality, and trying to talk Walz off the ledge? He schooled him, but he never denied the fact that what Walz was saying, or he never denied the statement, I should say, that we're all misogynists and racists.
Yeah,
So he's a snake, dude.
Yeah,
he's a deceptive snake.
It seems to me that they're the Democratic Party, they're bass fishing right now.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out what lure is working for this particular day. You've got Jasmine Crockett that's going out being crazy. AOC's got a completely different message. Even Timothy Walz yesterday was on stage talking about how, and he had his phone out showing, I love that Tesla's stock is dropping while people's cars are being set on fire. I mean, so you've got this far, far, far left. Well, let's try this guy. And we know Gavin was far left, but let's try to make him sensible and have some sort of common sense and see how that plays. So when it comes to 2028, we can throw him out there and go, well, he's not crazy like Jasmine and AOC and Timothy. He has some sense about him. Watch his podcast. He's actually a normal dude. So be what the heck?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
So
hey, to your
don't
point,
fall for
Todd,
it.
And somebody made the comment, and Newsom, don't you ever underestimate that dude. He's slick. He's intelligent, and he's slick.
He is Clinton 2.0. Bill Clinton 2.0.
And I'm telling you, you can say what you want to say. We'll get Buzz Patterson, my buddy Buzz Patterson, on the show again sometime soon on my show. He carried the nuclear football for Clinton for 2 years, lived in the White House, and he said, listen, Bill Clinton has he doesn't have a moral fiber in his body. He said, but you like the guy because when you're in the room with him, he makes you feel like the best thing in the world. Newsom has that type of charisma. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't forget, I won't bring that up. That's somebody's personal business. I'm not going to get into it. But don't forget, this dude, he's a snake, man. He's a snake. There's a reason why he's not a hair out of place. Somebody commented in here and said that Mike Obama is not going to run. I don't think Michelle Obama, or I like to call her Madam Comb-Over, I don't think she is going to run either. But watch who her and her, well, you gay brother, start bringing on the show. They're going to start platforming these people that they want to see pushed to the top. Watch and see. They're using these podcasts to do it. Tampon Tim, man.
He's special now. I'm telling you.
Let's get to this JFK thing.
Was
anybody surprised?
Nope.
I was not.
There was only one surprise for me. Only
it?
one. It was the Biden thing. That was the only surprise for me.
All right.
Well, I say surprised. I mean, I'm surprised it came out. I'm not surprised it was written.
I said this before the show that it felt like whenever they finally admitted to all the COVID-19 stuff, that it was in Wuhan, everything that we had always been saying. When this is released, you're reading through it and you're seeing the stuff that people are pulling out and putting on Twitter. And it's like, this is everything that we've always been saying about this. Nothing new. It's just confirming what we already were saying.
So basically, if I understand, I didn't see anything that shocked me. I said to Brianna Morello yesterday on my show, the only thing I think that would shock me is if they confirmed a second gunman or a third gunman. They didn't do that. They still say Oswald acted alone. I have a very hard time believing that. That is the biggest thing, just on the physics of the whole deal. And Oswald, because I've read a lot over the years about this, and I just didn't see Oswald as being a competent actor in this deal. He just wasn't competent. Here was an insecure guy that had some mental issues. He was trying to find an identity and a place to belong. He was going to Cuba, going to Russia, and the CIA was watching him, which, I mean, in the 1960s, anybody going to Cuba or Russia, they were watching you if you were doing those things. So I didn't see him as a competent player. I think there was more to it. I mean, okay, so the Trump administration gave you what they got. They said they were going to release it unredacted. And there was a lot of people who were saying, why is the word Israel redacted? In some places it was redacted, in some places it's not. The reason they redact things like Israel or other, because legally it is a long-standing thing that when you release documents, the foreign agents, intelligence community gets redacted. That's a historical standard thing. So I didn't make more out of that than what I think a lot of people are trying to make a big deal out of that. And again, think what you want to say on that deal, but CIA was watching Oswald. I wasn't surprised by that. The FBI knew about threats against Oswald before he was killed. I don't think that's a surprise. Was Oswald working alone? Is there more to the story? I think there is. So Brianna Morello, she tweeted this in regards to intelligence agent Gary Underhill. He said that the CIA did it. He said, and then he wound up dead. He 86'd himself, and they said it was a suicide. I don't think there was an indicator of him being suicidal. But this was an interesting document here that they had, and this guy, he basically was saying it was a Central Intelligence Agency, and then they found his body. So, long arm of the law, baby.
80,000 documents, and we
don't know anything.
Long story short, CIA did it.
Yeah,
the CIA did it. That's what we know.
You know, Oswald was a horrible shot. They were watching him months before. They even somebody even called the CIA and FBI and said there's going to be an attempt in a couple months. They ignored it. Then it happened. And now this guy comes out and said this clique from the CIA did it. He gets dead, and then Oswald even said, "I'm going to die in prison," and then he gets dead.
Okay.
So
let me tell you where my logic goes. The CIA is supposedly watching Oswald. They're watching him. He goes to the Soviets. He goes to Cuba. He goes to Russia. They're watching him. And then somehow he winds up on the 5th floor of the book depository in Dallas when they make an 11-mile-an-hour turn around a curb in an open-air limo, and he's got a clear shot, and boom, there it is. And then the bullet goes down there. It goes through Kennedy. It goes through Connolly, and it goes down through his back, his ribs, his arm, and hits him. The floor of the thing comes back and hits Kennedy in the head again after making a U-turn. I just say the CIA did not do a good job of watching Oswald if they were watching him. If he's the guy, if he's the lone shooter and he did that, they didn't have eyes on him very well, which tells me the CIA is covering something up. To say we're watching him, and then it turns out you weren't really watching him because the president made a slow turn, which is unusual, around a curve at Dealey Plaza, going 11 miles an hour. I mean, they slowed down for the guy to take the shot. You weren't watching him very good.
I mean, you can think too.
I love what Commander Marcus says. Oh, they were watching him. They watched him take the shot.
Yeah.
Well, you can think to the Trump attempted assassinations. Both of those people were on the FBI watch list, but were they really watching?
They're always on a watch
Probably
list.
not. Just like you said, they're watching them do exactly what they want them to do.
That's been the company line for years. Well, we were watching him.
Yeah. I don't think it. I listen. Oswald may have taken a shot. I don't think he was the dude. I mean, the guy was not a marksman. When he went to shoot, when he was in Russia and he was shooting, like the Soviets literally said, he's not a good shot.
Yeah, a sniper. That's not a sniper.
Yeah,
Imagine
I mean,
that.
I know some snipers. I mean, we can get Matt Murphy on here. We can get Dallas Alexander. We can get, a lot of them, dude. Jack Carr, the author of the Terminal List series, he was he was a Navy SEAL sniper. I've talked to these snipers. He wasn't a sniper. And I've been to Dealey Plaza. If you've ever been to Dealey Plaza and you've stood out there on that mark, they've got the mark where Kennedy was shot out in the middle of the road. If you ever stood there and you look up at the book depository, or you go to the book depository itself and look down, not an easy shot for a moving target. Not to shoot him twice.
Yeah, for sure.
I could go into this thing, and I don't listen. But it is interesting to your point that JFK Jr. back, I think, in 1994, did refer to Joe Biden as a traitor. There's no love lost there. Let's remember, this is, Kennedy's Camelot. I mean, this was a Democrat family, a Kennedy calling Biden a traitor. That was revealed in the thing there. Let me get back over that deal. What do you make of that, Todd?
That was the surprise for me. I kind of, I didn't know who living was going to be, listed on any document. And I mean, am I surprised that, Joe Biden's a traitor? No, I mean, I'm not. As soon as it all comes out of the wash of Burisma and his son and showering with his daughter and all this nastiness, am I surprised that this dude's a piece of crap? No, not at all.
My problem. Here's my problem with all of this. With Joe Biden, he's already gotten away with it. It doesn't matter what we find out right now.
That's true.
He's gonna die any moment now. He's gotten away with it.
If he's
his
still
family's
alive
rich, he did all the stuff that he did, and if we find out about it now, 5 days from now, 5 years from now, he's already gotten away with it.
Yeah,
if we found out about it 10 years ago,
we're already on the 7th Biden anyway.
Biden bot 7.
Which again, this was not new news to me. I've seen this before. I knew that JFK Jr. had referred to him as a traitor. It wasn't long after that JFK Jr. and his wife flew into a cloud and managed to get upside down and eventually crashed. It's kind of weird.
Yep.
How these things happen. You start talking about it. And by the way, it was Royce Chamberlain at Royce Chamberlain on X who said a minute ago, CIA did it. So if you're listening, Mr. CIA, it was Royce Chamberlain at Royce Chamberlain. Todd Spears and Chad Prather had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Allegedly.
We love you. We love you.
I love intelligence. But he called him that. So, again, and there's people out there who say JFK Jr. is still alive. No, he's not. The other thing, and then here's a deal about Lee Harvey Oswald being a poor shot. This was... I hate it when my VPN turns back on and I can't log into anything. Lee Harvey Oswald was known to be a poor shot. This was released. He tried target firing in the USSR, and
it's always a poor shot that gets the job done. It's always a horrible shot that completes the task. I ain't figured that one out yet.
Well, if I was tasked with doing something like this, which is unbelievable, right? But if I was tasked to accomplish something like this, and I'm supposed to show my skills to somebody else that isn't giving me this task, I'd probably fake it. I'm not good at whatever this is. Especially if it's supposed to be, you see what I'm saying?
That's pretty sophisticated.
That's outside the box thinking there.
I mean, it is.
saying.
It's like if I'm going to the baseball tryout, I'm not sandbagging. Like if I go to the baseball tryout, I want to show them what I got.
True statement.
I mean, that's pretty. But
I'm just saying if he was sent this by somebody else, not the USSR or whatever it was, and they want to see a different organization wants to see him shoot, you flunk it.
Yeah,
they wouldn't suspect you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is kind of out of the box thinking, but I'm just thinking possibility.
That's a thought. I mean, I like that. I like that. That's some critical. That's some critical thinking right there. I like that. That's something that to consider. And I'll tell you in a minute why I don't quite buy it. But but let's get to it. Well, let's go ahead and get to it. The CIA, on another note, confirmed that James Earl Ray was the MLK assassin. Mm-hmm. Now, if the CIA killed MLK, of course they would identify James Earl Ray as being MLK's lone assassin. So back to your point, Royce, is if I'm going to set this guy up a certain way, I don't know. The USSR could say, hey, he's a poor shot to throw the CIA scent off of him. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm validating your point. Maybe Royce just solved it.
Maybe.
Could have. But everything I know about Oswald, he was very incompetent in a lot of ways. And I've been to his grave, by the way. It's hard to find his grave. It's east of Fort Worth, and not a lot about it, but it's there. It's just a little flat plaque on the ground, Lee Harvey Oswald. I've been quite a student of this thing for a long, long time. But they confirmed that James Earl Ray, they being the CIA, is the MLK assassin. This I sort of like. I don't necessarily have a hard time believing that James Earl Ray was the assassin. I don't have a hard time with that. Now, who was he? Was he CIA? Was he whatever put up by somebody else? I don't have a problem believing that maybe he was motivated by an agency out there. What do you guys think?
I think it's exactly what you said, because let's be honest. If the government kills a president, that's bad. But if the government kills a civil rights activist that's black, that's real bad. So I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised that the CIA comes out and confirms this. I'm not, because they don't want that smoke. Not right now. Like, not right now, they don't.
I would love to hear in the chat, yes or no. Yes or no. Was it the CIA? Yes, it was the CIA. No, it wasn't the CIA. Just a whole bunch of rednecks decided to buy a rifle and go crazy on some people that were really messing up the system.
Well, my question on the JFK thing is, like, we've got all this technology and the videos out there of the exit wound and all that. You mean to tell me that some physicist, some like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye genius can't look at that footage and come up with a projected path and all this scientific stuff because I've heard the old conspiracy that the dude that was sitting in the passenger side front shot him, that there's no way the bullet, but I haven't seen anybody break this down like physics wise. So why has that not been done?
Well, what was a kid in Butler, Pennsylvania, Thomas Michael Crooks? Nobody knows anything about him. You can't tell me he was competent.
Yeah, no way. Well,
he wasn't competent.
Well, and I say this all the time. If he stalked the unstalkable, like, because Donald Trump is the most known, I don't care if you like him or love him, he's the most popular person in the world.
Globally.
He's unstalkable sniper wise. So if somebody has that much of a skill set to stalk the unstalkable, you ain't missing that shot.
And no, you're not from 150 yards. and I know some of the best operators in the world. I've had them on my show. They're friends of mine. I know some of I talked with Chad Robichaud yesterday. I can text Tim Kennedy right now. I can talk to Delta operators. I can talk to, Rangers, Navy SEALs. I can talk to these dudes who are Black Ops. My buddy Clint Emerson, Navy SEAL retired. Clint Emerson's in the Spy Museum. Let me tell you something. That ain't even his real name. I don't even know his real name. And I'm telling you, you got Thomas Michael Crooks that climbed up on a metal building around. No way that happened.
No
and then you
way.
got Sirhan that goes into a kitchen in a hotel and shoots Bobby Kennedy in the head after a speech. No way. Like, they keep putting these people up there, and because they know, listen, what difference does it make if they can redact the files or take the files away? And you don't, like, I don't care if it's the CIA. I don't care if it's Mossad. I'm fully convinced that Epstein was a Mossad agent, as well as Ghislaine Maxwell, who her father was definitely a Mossad agent that they assassinated and threw him off the boat and made it look like a heart attack. No doubt about it. This is all one big corrupt scheme out there, and it's one big cover up. And why not when you're in control of what gets covered up?
Yeah, true. And there's some people in the chat that's saying, well, Todd Oswalt was a Marine. That's great. He wasn't a sniper, and I know plenty.
Steve was a Marine.
Yeah, and I know plenty of people that are in the that were in the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps and couldn't hit water if they fell out of a damn boat.
Listen, Party Foul Steve is sitting right over here. He was a Marine, but he's actually a good shot. But I'm still not sure he could pull off the book depository shot.
That's a long shot.
Bro, and you got to remember, these are bolt-action rifles. This wasn't semi-automatic where it just pop, pop, pop. This was bolt-action, and you're going to pop off 5 shots? No. I know a lot of people can't shoot. I know a lot of people can't shoot.
All I'm saying is you put me on the roof where Thomas Crooks was, and
I don't miss that shot.
It's not about whether you hit him or not. It's which eye do you want it in? Because that's a close shot. Like, it's not hard.
I have never killed a deer. I've never killed a large animal under less than 150 yards.
Yeah.
I've never shot a deer under less than 150 yards. I've never done that. Everything's been 150 yards or further out. I'm a good shot. I can tell you. Anybody wants to go to the range, let's go. I'll show you. I am a good shot. But you don't miss at 150 yards. Not in that situation. So, anyway.
No, not at all. Sorry.
Did you guys see the drone show? I posted this yesterday on my X. I'm going to post it again. I'm so impressed by it.
I love technology.
Dude,
man.
This is insane what they can do with these drones. Like,
crazy.
Again, look at the precision here of technology. I mean, they just brought dudes back from space. They can do this kind of drone show, but you're going to tell me Thomas Michael Crooks got on a Butler building in Butler, Pennsylvania, and from 150 yards away, that's the best they could do. Look at this. Donald Trump, the YMCA. These are drones. This is insane.
We're in so much trouble. We're
not surviving this. We're in
so much trouble. Like that whole Spider-Man movie where the drones were killing people. That's we're so close to that right now.
Yeah, you can't fight. You can't fight any of this stuff. I mean, this is. Where was this? Was this? I don't know. I posted it, but I don't even know where it was.
I don't know where it was either.
Pretty cool. What does it say? Oh, Miami.
Oh, Miami. I did hear that.
It's cool that they're doing it in Miami. I would like to see that, man. That's really cool. For those of you who are listening by way of audio, sorry you can't see it, but you are by way of audio, you can go leave us a 5-star rating and a review. Drive it up. Dear America program was ranked 51 this morning. That's cool, man. Ooh. I can't even fly one drone over the house without
I'm telling you. I flew one into the river last year, so, I mean... I did.
You guys killed me in the chat. Florida Jews kissing Trump's ass. I mean, whatever.
What?
You guys killed me in the chat, dude. Oh, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Y'all entertain me nonstop.
For real.
Oh, boy, howdy. All right. Listen, $5 in the super chat gets it read. I actually, on my show, forgot to do Super Chats yesterday, so I'm going to have to do some penance this afternoon on my show. Royce, yesterday people were posting. They said, well, I guess Royce is gone forever. This is the emotion being added to the text by me. I guess Royce is gone forever. And I said, no one you're talking about is gone forever. That includes Graham. No one's gone forever. We're just doing what we can do.
I've been trying to convince him, but he just won't listen.
So, I don't know, you guys. Listen, Graham, I don't know what Graham's doing. He's somewhere controlling the world from the inner bowels of the Pentagon. I tried to get close to Graham a couple of weeks ago. Most people don't know that I was at the Oval Office, but when I was up there, I went to dinner with Graham, and he's doing good. All right.
I just heard the whole chat exhale.
Why don't we pray this thing out? Royce, you've been gone. Why don't you pray for us, dude? You probably need to repent of some stuff. You know,
yeah,
you
I'm
probably
sure.
do. You've been on Capitol Hill.
I've been busy. But all right, let's pray this out.
Let's pray.
Lord, thank you for this show, and thank you for this group of men that I get to speak with today, and we pray that you just give us peace throughout everything. I pray that you give Tony peace. I pray that you're with him right now while he's dealing with his situation. And we thank you. We thank you for the blessings and for the protection and the safety. And we pray that you have your hand and you keep your hand on not just us, but this country, on everything that we are trying to accomplish. And we pray that it is in your will, God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
I think I just do a T-shirt that says Chad Prather went to the Oval Office, and all I got is this crummy T-shirt.
I think you need. I'd buy it. From Matthew Cussin, I like that name. I'm not going to lie, it looks ridiculously fake. That boat looks fake. It actually looks like something out of Grand Theft Auto.
It's not fake, guys. It's not fake.
Well, first of all, it wasn't a boat. So let's correct you there.
Valid point there. Into Tipton, thank you for all the prayers. My daughter Kayla passed her 2 exams, and perfectly Angie, prayers are coming your way. My friend, love you all. Congratulations. Told you she was going to.
Congrats.
I had no joy. No doubt. Queen Kate, why can't we make lobbyists go away? I don't know.
That is so
ex-wife, 100%. Todd, I work hard for my money, and don't tell me I need to fund your corruption. I'm telling you, I ain't paying taxes. I ain't doing it. Not until I see people in cuffs.
Extension.
Excuse me, Chad.
Okay.
All right, you're excused. Chad, excuse you. The Wolfman, who's the new guy? Oh, hey, Royce. When you want to blow up a car, pour the gas on the car, emptying it as you walk away, and then 30 feet and light the gas, the guy with the Tesla, what an idiot. Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, the dude that set the Tesla and himself on fire, awesome.
We started to show it the other day, and then the spirit of Royce, I said we better not show it, but this guy runs off.
You.
He's on. Don't use gas to set anything on fire, folks. Just redneck lesson to you. I'm the scat man. You will run off trying to put yourself out. Okay.
Yeah, just ask my son. 70% of his burnt 70% of his body. He looks like a Spider-Man costume right now. Whole body. Jeff Wallace 991. Did anyone catch that Tim Walz picks WWE as a fight, a scripted dance of a fight? He couldn't say UFC because he knowed he'd get dropped.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yep.
I mean,
solid.
In those MMA guys,
man,
they're Trump fans.
Yeah, they are.
I could kick all of your aces.
Yeah,
you can't find your. Never mind.
I wonder if Colby Covington has responded to that yet. I'm sure.
Well, Zeke Arkham.
I saw that.
Arkham?
Yes, I saw it.
Reposted you.
Yeah.
Zeke is my boy. I
love Zeke.
I text back and forth with Zeke.
I love that dude.
And let me tell you, that's a monster of a man.
He's a huge dude. Like,
he got biceps the size of this iPad. Like, it'd block your head.
Yeah, for real.
Like, that show right there. That's a little cheap advertisement right there.
Tabby 69.75. If they stick in with Lee as the lone man, then why wait so long to release it? Something fishy not adding up. They hiding the truth at all costs. I believe MK Ultra is still going on.
Of course it is. And you know what? Us sitting around waiting on documents, they're distractions.
Yeah, at this point. Yep.
They're distractions. I mean, they talk about, Pete Hegseth's going to release the Benghazi deal. Maybe we'll see something out of that with Hillary Clinton. We were going to talk about that today, but we ran out of time. Maybe we'll see something out of it. But this document release thing, I just don't. I mean, there's so many whistleblowers and leakers out there. I mean, between the Snowdens and the Assanges and all that stuff, if there was something out there, I think we would already know it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's gone. It's destroyed. Epstein files, there is nothing on paper.
Oh, that's probably all gone.
There may be video out there.
Yeah, that's done hit a shredder months ago. Crystal 65. I live 30 minutes south of Butler, PA. The county is farmers and hunters. They would not have missed. A kid from the second most liberal county in Pennsylvania, yeah, he missed, but it wasn't him. I'm just telling you.
Well, I had Dallas Alexander and Matt Murphy. I mean, Dallas Alexander's team, he's Canadian Special Forces and a sniper. He's on record of having the longest sniper kill in history, like 2 miles away. These boys were convinced of the second shooter up in the water tower. So, yeah, it's hard to believe.
Yeah. Trey Smith, the best case scenario is that the CIA allowed it, but it's most likely the CIA took advantage of the situation and did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows at this point. Melissa Foster, we saw a drone show of the Christmas Carol last Christmas. It's simply amazing. We love you guys. We love you
right back.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lauren, Royce, I remember when you first started and didn't do the prayer at the end. Look at you now. So proud of your personal growth with our Savior. Yeah, glad you're back.
Trust me when I tell you, Royce, for the while that I've known him, he may be a lot younger, but he's closer to Jesus than any of us on the screen right now. And we're trying. Todd and I are trying.
We try so hard.
Which let me tell you.
I can't tell if that's nice or you think I'm going to die.
No, you're fine. You're going to be all right.
Good. The hemorrhoids healed while you were gone.
Oh, God.
Hey, go back and watch Todd's hot seat from yesterday. Phenomenal.
Oh,
episode,
man. Yeah,
dude.
it was good.
Good stuff.
It was good.
You guys broke it down. I like that.
good.
Talking about personal faith and trust in the scriptures. And
it was
yeah,
good. Good stuff. Christian Edwards, you can always count on that dude. I promise you. Pennsylvania EMT, Royce, I remember I was wondering about the dark MAGA hat. Well, MAGA.com doesn't ship to Pennsylvania.
I don't think this was, I think this was Amazon. So,
yeah, always try Amazon.
I tell you what I got. I'll tell y'all tomorrow.
Matthew
I got
Cussin.
a dark MAGA hat. We'll do something tomorrow. We'll do something special for everybody tomorrow. I got a dark MAGA hat that was given to me. I don't know if you guys know it or not. I was in the Oval Office 3 weeks ago. Donald Trump gave me a dark MAGA hat. It's downstairs. I will bring it up tomorrow, show it to you guys. We will do a special giveaway tomorrow, so do not miss tomorrow's episode.
Nice.
Don't know what it'll be, but we'll do a special giveaway.
Cool. Matthew Cussin. In the video, I saw there was a boat that came up to the capsule that was floating in the water, and that looked fake. That was a lot of people who were talking about that in the chat streams I saw. Oh, okay.
Well, here's my thing. Either they were in space or they weren't. They either came home or they didn't. So why would you fake?
I don't trust anything anymore.
A deal. I don't know.
I just don't. I don't trust anything anymore.
I mean, at this stage of the game, if you show me an AI deal, which AI is pretty sophisticated. I've got friends, talking about Harry Sisson, I've got friends who have sent me pictures of girls going, I think this is my new, like, this is going to be my future wife. And I'm like, bro, that's an AI picture.
That's
So it can fool you.
Oh, man. Between AI and, like, men that are getting all these surgeries and stuff, Kendra, I love you so much.
Thank God for estrogen. I will say, I mean, like the little dance thing with the binder, the Epstein binder, a couple of weeks ago. For those of you who don't know, when I was at the White House, that little dance thing, that was AI. People are like, "What are you doing dancing around?" And this AI, stupid.
I don't even want to know. Striker J for Chad, Tipton, Angie, Grace, Tony, David, Cynthia, etc. All. Everyone seems to be going through a bit of something right now. I pray the Lord guides us all back to the light. Chad sent you inspiration on.
You did send me inspiration on
something.
it. I saw it. Yeah, I got it. On the Book of Face.
Yeah.
In the gram of Insta.
In the gram of Insta. I guess that's it.
All right.
All right, cool.
That's it.
All right. I will be starting tomorrow night. I'm in Springfield, Missouri at the Blue Room. Yeah, we're kicking off the Right Side of Comedy Gulf of America Comedy Tour. And you can get that shirt right there, Don and Elon Surf Shop, that Todd is wearing at redpillthread.com/hotseat. And get it.
It's my favorite shirt. We actually got two more. Java Julie. He didn't miss, really. If you remember, it was an intervention from God. If he wouldn't have turned his head, he wouldn't be here. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying that wouldn't have happened if I'm on that roof.
At 150 yards, the head turning ain't going to change nothing.
No.
And
I'm not saying nothing's too big for God. That ain't what I'm saying. So just stop it. You loose statue of Lucifer believing people. I'm just saying if I'm on the roof, that ain't happening. He's gone. Pennsylvania EMT. I agree, Todd. I don't trust anything either, cuz I don't, man. Hey, Chad, was you at the Oval Office a few weeks ago?
No, wasn't
was
me.
he?
No,
No, wasn't you? No,
wasn't
good.
me.
Gotcha.
It
Must
was
have been somebody
actually
else.
it was actually 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh.
It's 3 weeks tomorrow. Let's just
Yep.
be specific. All right, boys. What else we need to cover before we get out of here? Make sure that you hit the like button. Boy, today was a quick show. I don't want to leave. I don't want to. Royce, what's your deal? You think you might be around tomorrow? You think you maybe?
I think I'll be around tomorrow.
All right, good. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to put that chubby finger out there and hit it. Let's bump that thing up. We are in strong competition right now with we're at 820 likes, 821. Bump it up to about 1,200, please. Let's do that. We're in strong competition right now. We got the whole Bongino network competing for the time slot right here, spot and slot right here at this hour. So help us out.
Okay, people, just for you.
Oh my God!
There it is. That's
There
worth
you go.
another 100 likes at least.
You're welcome, Royce.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's
was
Graham's
Graham.
screen.
Oh,
I found one.
nice. Everybody's got to have a little Graham scream.
That's right.
There
you go.
He won't do it anymore. He won't do it.
I took a little colon broom this morning, so I'm gonna. I drank some colon broom, so we're gonna get out of here, and
I'll see y'all at 3. Wifey Wednesday. I love you.
Lord.
I can't with this fool.
all right, Royce. Anything before we get out of here, buddy?
I love you guys. Glad to be back. See you guys tomorrow.
Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the Dear America channel. I will see you at 2:00, 1 Central for the Chad Prather Show. We'll have some more fun. It'll be all new stuff for those of you who want to tune in. And yes, Joe Biden is a traitor. Don't fall to the toddlerism. Don't throw a tantrum, folks. Be an adult. It's a big world out there, and you can have your place in it without losing your mind, all right? Remind the lefties of that. I love you guys. God bless you. I'll see you at 2:00.